Oh my God, you guys, the mindset shift is real today. I just got back off of vacation. I had the best vacation I've had with my bestie and my family, and we go every year. They're always great. This year was awesome. We went to Williamsburg. Tell you more about that later. Oh my God. Every time I come back from vacation, every time, I kind of go through this, not anger, depression, but a little bit of like, okay, I got to reset. I start feeling a little grumpy. I start feeling a little overwhelmed. I start with my excuses. Oh my God. You don't need to go to the gym today. You got so much to do. You got all of these things. The mindset shift has got to be there, because here's the thing. If you have anxiety, like myself, depression, again, like myself, it's the reason why I do the job that I do. I needed to study the human brain as to why those things happen. So it's why I'm really good at my job, and I know I'm really good at my job. So I have to take those same tools that I share with everybody else and implement them into my life. Oh my God. And I was literally like, okay, because if you have ADHD, anxiety, depressions, anything like that, you have to be organized and regimented with your schedule. Right? If I fall off my schedule on vacation, yeah, it doesn't matter. If I fall off my schedule without things happen, you just adapt. But if I fall off the schedule because I don't feel like doing something, it's a downward spiral. So when you come back, or when I come back, I have to constantly have that reset. So I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm starting my whole week, right? I'm going back in with the clients. I'm doing more of my podcasting, writing in my book, back to things. I'm not integrated back into my routine, so it makes me avoidant, right? So I go avoidant a little bit. You got to push through that. You can't wait to feel like it, because that's BS. Motivation is definitely not real. So I know that right now at 7:20, because I have to work out earlier, just because once my day starts, it starts, right? So I'll get to the gym around 7:40, and I don't know if you saw my Insta stories. I didn't lose my crown. My crown came out, as well as my contact splitting in half on vacation. So I'm getting my crown just kind of like put back in later. So I'm like on a limited schedule. Oh my God. But guys, it is like one of those things that I'm like, typically right now, I am pulling on every mindset, every journal, everything that says, you know what? This is a good thing. I'm able to reset. I'm able to recalibrate. I can go even harder than I did in the gym. And this is typically what I'll do. If I don't feel like going to the gym, number one, you can't tell yourself that. You can't be like, I feel like going. Guess what? Your whole day's going to be ruined. I mean, that's just a fact. So you can't go into it saying, my day's going to suck. This is going to suck. I hate this kind of thing. I can't believe I have to do this. Then the excuses come in. You have so much to catch up on and you got to get back in. No, it's all BS. You're telling yourself this. So my mindset switch is, and so I'm recording this right now in real time at 7:22. I am recording this in real time for a reason. I get it. I don't always wake up with sunshine and roses, but I make the sun come out. I make the roses bloom. You have to do that. Everybody can do anything when you feel like it. You don't really get an award for that. It's easy, right? It's when you don't feel like doing it. It's when you're in the mood, right? Because again, I go into crabby mode, right? I go into crabby mode. I don't really go back into a binge eating, but it's kind of like, I don't really care what I'm eating. So that's this weird level of like avoidant, inner brat, sabotage. The difference is that I catch myself. Back in the day, I didn't. That's why I have the tools now. That's why I give them to my clients. Again, I say this to people all the time, I'm going to tell you again. And I know, I have a lot of clients all over the world. I mean, I work globally, but on like Zoom. I am extremely good at my job, but you cannot come to me, or don't even bother coming to me, if you are not going to face yourself. You're going to come up with the excuses of it's hard. I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, you can come that way, but knowing you want to get out of it, no problem. But you're not going to come and then complain and say you don't feel like it. We all don't largely feel like doing 90% of the things that we have to do. But you know what? It's your mindset. So if your mindset is going to be, this sucks, I hate it, then everything you do is going to be a challenge. Making lunch is going to be a challenge. Making dinner is going to be a challenge. Going into that board meeting is going to be a challenge. Going to the gym is going to be a challenge. But again, anytime I don't want to do something, I go harder. Oh, I don't feel like exercising. Nope, don't care. It's good for you. And that's also good for your brain, right? Moving your body, staying on a routine. Especially because if you're neurodivergent, if you have anxiety, depression, you will get in a mood dysregulation because you are off your routine, right? Now, I'm not a scroller of social media, thankfully, or I could see how people would go back into this. I do not scroll social media at all. I'll go on Pinterest. I'll look at some hair stuff. I'm getting my hair cut next week, like shorter. I'll look at recipes, juices, spa water. Sure, I'll go on Pinterest for that. But on a Pinterest board, if you have Pinterest, on a Pinterest board, it's so much easier and I have my things saved. But as far as sitting on TikTok, Instagram, I like my Insta stories. I do like that. But instead of sitting here and doing this, I have to reset. So I did not feel like setting up my schedule last week. So you know what I said? Last night. So I said, you know what? You're going to sit here. I have this game called Cat Forest. It's not really a game. It's a relaxing thing. You have to feed the cats and you have to go fish. No effort really, but it's just they have music going in the back. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give myself a half hour to do this, which was like, ooh, large. And so this morning now I'm resetting, and I can promise you when I got up this morning, it was a battle for me. I'm out of it now, but I'm sharing with you. It was a battle for me to readjust, recalibrate. The cats never really get on my nerves. Paul's talking to me and I said, please stop talking to me. You're getting on my nerves. And he said, you're in vacation depression. I was like, yes. I was like, so don't talk to me. Oh, that's another thing. Know yourself. Don't sit there and be like, well, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to say these things. Don't talk to me. If you talk to me, you're going to make me angry and it's going to be worse. He also knows me. So I could be like, oh my God, don't talk to me right now. Like, please don't speak to me. He's like, oh my God. Okay. Like, we laugh about it. But if you're not willing to say, I'm not in a space to hear you right now. If he would have walked in and been like, hey, I got all these things at work. Oh my God. I would have been like, you have got to stop talking to me. I am not in a space to hear you right now. You got to be willing to be aggressive in a good way. Say assertive, not aggressive. Assertive to be like, don't talk to me. I am not here for you right now. Doesn't matter if they want to talk to you on their terms. Sometimes you aren't there. Again, we laugh about it. My daughter, if she comes and talks to me, be like, listen, you cannot bring me your stuff right now. I need a minute. They know that. It's been like that since they were little. Know yourself. But when you're flipping the mindset, now that I'm going to the gym, haven't got there yet. Okay. It's not procrastination. I wanted just to show you this in real time right after I kind of battled it a little bit this morning. If you remind yourself that you're going to be getting back on track, it's not going to be a day. I can promise you it ain't going to be a day. It's probably going to take me about a week to settle in, but it's going to take a week of me basically getting on my own self and saying, okay, what is this excuse? Like, this is BS. Stop it. Go listen to my Inner Brat episode. You can even watch it here on YouTube. Go listen to my Inner Brat series because I really pull a lot off of that. So my mindset is moving your body is good. It's great for your mental health. You always feel better after, not always going, but you always feel better after. You're getting ready to be back into the swing of things. You're going to have a system. It's going to take me about a week to fall back into play. But every day, if you tell yourself it's hard, you don't want to, you don't feel like it, your entire day is going to be messed up over one thought. And then you start complaining, then you start belly aching. If you need a minute, just tell everybody, don't talk to me right now. Let me get it together. But then get it together. Don't sit there and just be in a bad mood and complain. So that mindset switch has to be, this is good for me. And it's also keeping a promise to yourself. If I promise myself that I'm going to move my body in the morning, because it's a gift that I'm giving myself. Okay, listen, I was a personal trainer in my 20s, a nutritional background. Largely, I can tell you 85% of the people in the gym don't really want to be there. And they're not, you never go to the gym to lose weight. That's never why you're there. You're going for your heart health. You're going for your strength. You're doing that. The byproduct is weight loss. That's not why you're going. And so when you recalibrate that in your head and you basically tell yourself, listen, this is good and you will feel better and this is good for your mental health. Okay. So you get to go work out, not you have to, you get to go work out. You can reset back in, you get to listen to your book because there's another thing to tell you. And I think I'm going to be vlogging more, like showing you some of my dinners and just chitty chatting with you. because I'm not a very super clinical person, regardless, even in my practice. I'm just not a clinical person. It's too like sterile for me. So I want to kind of show you more of it. But I literally wanted to talk to you now. And now my ADHD jumped in and it went that way. And I don't know what I was going to tell you. I feel like it was something that was going to be inspirational for you. I don't know what it was. Another like inspiration, motivation tool I use is I have an Audible book. I listen to music playlists too, but I'll listen to Audible, and I always listen to some mystery murder killing thing, which always, that's just what I do. And I have books that I listen to on Audible. I can only listen to at the gym. Oh my God, I just had the worst sneezing attack. I cannot sneeze one time. I sneeze between 8 and 10 times, sometimes just 5. It's just what I do. So I just had a total sneezing fit. But what I was saying is I get to listen to this Audible book. So especially when it gets good, I'm only allowing myself to listen to it when I go to the gym. So I'm like almost at the tail end of this book and I'm like, oh, what's happening? So I also tell myself I get to listen to this book. So yeah, it's just a mindset switch. Like seriously, I go through it like everybody else. I just really go in hard, right? I go in hard and I'm going to be okay. Because you know what? I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm getting ready to move my body. I'm getting ready to be right back into my routine. I'm going to grab my Dunkin' coffee. We're going to be good to go. But it is always a choice. That's the thing. The choice is yours. You always have a choice. Always. The choice is always there on how you're going to see the day, how you're going to respond, how you're going to incorporate that pessimistic thinking by off centering, off balancing it with the other side of what it is you get to do. So real life mindset switch. I have my lemon cucumber water in here to be refreshing. I have my Audible book. I'm 6 minutes from the gym. I'm going to hop in the gym. I'm going to get my body moving. And so are you. So are you. So even if it's not body movement, you're working on something, get out of your head right now. Tell yourself right now, I don't want to hear you don't have time. Nobody wants to hear that. Everybody has the same 24 hours in the day. Yes, sometimes it's cluttered with more things. If it is important for you, you will do it. So ask yourself if you're willing to be a priority. Everybody can do the easy things. Seriously, it's the difference between you and the people who are creating and reaching the success level that you want it to be is all about doing the things that you don't feel like doing, but switching your mindset to tell yourself that it's not that you don't feel like doing it. Redirect it. You get to do it. It's a promise that you're keeping to yourself.